My friends, today I want to remind you of a truth we often forget: life is short. We are here today, but tomorrow is never promised. The Bible tells us in James 4:14, "You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes." That's why every moment, every breath, is a gift from God. And the best way to honor that gift is to live for Him every single day. Too often, we get caught up in the busyness of life, chasing success, worrying about the future, or dwelling on the past. But let me ask you, are you living for what truly matters? Because when our time here is done, it won't be about how much money we made, how many followers we had, or how big our houses were. It will be about how we loved, how we served, and how we honored God with our lives. Living for God doesn't mean we have to be perfect. It means waking up every day with a heart that says, "Lord, use me today." It means choosing faith over fear, kindness over anger, and truth over compromise. It means treating every day as an opportunity to grow closer to Him and to be a light in this dark world. So, don't wait for tomorrow to start living for God. Do it today. Love deeply. Forgive quickly. Serve selflessly. Share His word boldly. Because when this life is over, only what we did for God will truly last. Let's not waste another moment. Let's make every second count for Him. Because life is short, but eternity is forever. Life is a precious gift because it is given to us with purpose and meaning. Every breath we take, every heartbeat, and every moment we experience is not by accident but by divine design. The mere fact that we exist, that we wake up each morning, and that we have the ability to think, feel, and love is a reminder that life itself is valuable beyond measure. Each individual is unique, created with a special purpose, and given talents, dreams, and opportunities that no one else has in the exact same way. The complexity of life, from the way our bodies function to the emotions we experience, speaks of an extraordinary gift that should never be taken for granted. Life is filled with experiences, both joyful and challenging, that shape us into the people we are meant to be. The relationships we build, the lessons we learn, and the memories we create all contribute to the richness of life. The ability to love and be loved, to form connections with family, friends, and even strangers, is part of what makes life so special. Love itself is a powerful force that gives life its depth, reminding us that we are not meant to walk this journey alone. Even in moments of solitude, life remains a gift because it allows us to reflect, grow, and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our purpose. Time is one of the most valuable aspects of life. Unlike material things that can be replaced, time cannot be regained once it is lost. Each second that passes is an opportunity to make a difference, to touch a life, to learn something new, or to simply appreciate the beauty around us. The changing of the seasons, the rising and setting of the sun, and the constant movement of time remind us that life is always moving forward. We are given the gift of today, and what we do with it matters. Every moment is an opportunity to create something meaningful, to build something lasting, and to make choices that align with our values and beliefs. The human experience is filled with emotions, from happiness and excitement to sorrow and pain. Even difficulties and struggles have their purpose, teaching us resilience, patience, and the value of perseverance. Challenges remind us of our strength and our ability to overcome obstacles. Pain and suffering, though difficult, can lead to growth and wisdom. Without hardship, we would not fully appreciate joy, peace, and success. Life's trials help us recognize the beauty in small victories and the significance of gratitude. When we face adversity, we often discover just how strong we are and how capable we are of adapting, learning, and continuing forward. Life is also a journey of discovery. From the moment we are born, we are constantly learning about ourselves, about others, and about the world around us. Every experience, whether good or bad, adds to our understanding of life. We learn about kindness, forgiveness, humility, and the importance of integrity. We develop passions, explore interests, and find purpose in our pursuits. The ability to grow, to change, and to improve is part of the incredible nature of life. Each new day brings new possibilities, new opportunities, and new experiences that contribute to our personal journey. Another aspect that makes life a gift is the ability to appreciate beauty. The natural world around us, from towering mountains to the smallest flowers, is filled with breathtaking sights that remind us of the wonders of creation. The sound of a bird's song, the feel of a cool breeze, the sight of a sunset painting the sky with colors, all of these moments are gifts that we often overlook. The ability to experience art, music, literature, and creativity is another layer of life's richness. These things inspire, heal, and uplift us, showing us that life is not just about existence but about the deep and meaningful experiences that come with it. Life is also about giving and receiving. We have the ability to make an impact on the lives of others, whether through small acts of kindness, words of encouragement, or gestures of love. When we help someone in need, offer a listening ear, or simply share a smile, we contribute to the beauty of life. Relationships are built on these simple yet profound interactions, reminding us that life is most fulfilling when shared with others. Likewise, we receive kindness, love, and support from those around us, which strengthens our sense of connection and belonging. Faith and spirituality play a significant role in understanding life as a gift. Many believe that life is not just random but has a deeper purpose guided by a higher power. This belief gives people hope, strength, and a sense of direction. It encourages gratitude, humility, and a desire to live with intention. Understanding that life is a gift leads to a greater appreciation for every moment, every person we meet, and every experience we encounter. The ability to dream and hope is another reason life is precious. We are given minds that can imagine, create, and aspire to greater things. The pursuit of goals, the excitement of new opportunities, and the joy of achieving something we once thought impossible make life an adventure. Dreams fuel our passions and give us a reason to wake up each day with purpose. The human spirit is resilient and filled with the potential to achieve greatness, no matter the circumstances. Life's unpredictability adds to its value. Because we never know how much time we have, each day becomes more significant. The knowledge that life is temporary reminds us to cherish our loved ones, to express our gratitude, and to make the most of our time. It teaches us to forgive more easily, to love more deeply, and to live more fully. The uncertainty of life is not something to fear but something that should inspire us to live with intention and purpose. Though life is short, it is filled with meaning. Every person has a unique journey, and every life has significance. The way we choose to spend our time, the way we treat others, and the way we embrace each moment define the quality of our lives. Understanding that life is a gift encourages us to make the most of it, to find joy in the present, and to live in a way that reflects gratitude for the time we have been given. Eternal perspective is the understanding that life on earth is temporary and that our focus should be on what lasts beyond this world. It shifts our mindset from living for short-term pleasures to pursuing things that have lasting value. Many people spend their lives chasing success, wealth, and recognition, but an eternal perspective reminds us that these things will eventually fade away. Instead of being consumed by the worries of this life, we are encouraged to invest in things that have eternal significance, such as faith, love, kindness, and our relationship with God. When we view life through this lens, we begin to see our struggles, successes, and experiences differently. Challenges no longer seem as overwhelming because we know that they are only temporary. Pain and suffering take on a new meaning, as they refine our character and prepare us for something greater beyond this life. Living with an eternal perspective means prioritizing what truly matters. It means understanding that our time on earth is a small part of our existence compared to eternity. This perspective changes the way we make decisions, the way we treat others, and the way we respond to difficulties. When we live with eternity in mind, we are more likely to forgive quickly, love unconditionally, and seek peace rather than conflict. We recognize that material possessions, status, and human approval are fleeting, but the impact we make on others, the love we share, and the faith we build will last forever. Instead of being driven by selfish ambitions, we begin to focus on how we can serve others and live in a way that honors God. An eternal perspective gives us hope in the midst of trials. Life is full of difficulties, and without a deeper understanding of purpose, these hardships can feel overwhelming. But when we remember that there is more beyond this world, we find strength to endure. Suffering is no longer meaningless. Instead, it becomes a process that refines us, teaches us, and draws us closer to God. The pain we experience in this life is temporary, but the lessons and growth we gain from it have eternal value. This mindset helps us face loss, disappointment, and struggles with courage and faith, knowing that our ultimate home is not in this world but in eternity. An eternal perspective also changes how we use our time. When we understand that life is short and eternity is long, we begin to use our days wisely. Instead of wasting time on things that have no lasting value, we invest in relationships, personal growth, and our spiritual walk. We become intentional about our words and actions, knowing that everything we do has an impact. We start to seek purpose rather than just pleasure, knowing that the choices we make now will have consequences beyond this life. We stop putting off what is truly important, whether it's spending time with loved ones, helping those in need, or deepening our faith. Every moment becomes an opportunity to grow, to love, and to prepare for eternity. This perspective also affects our attitude toward wealth and success. The world teaches us to accumulate as much as we can, to chase after money, possessions, and achievements. But an eternal perspective reminds us that we cannot take any of these things with us. Instead of hoarding material things, we learn to be generous. Instead of seeking temporary success, we aim to build a legacy that lasts beyond our lifetime. We recognize that true wealth is not found in money but in the impact we make on others. The joy of giving, the fulfillment of serving, and the peace that comes from living with purpose far outweigh the temporary satisfaction of material gain. An eternal perspective also teaches us to be patient. In a world that demands instant gratification, we are often tempted to seek quick rewards. But when we understand eternity, we are willing to wait. We learn to trust God's timing rather than rushing ahead. We stop making decisions based on temporary emotions and instead seek wisdom. We realize that some of the greatest blessings take time to unfold, and we are willing to endure discomfort for something greater. This patience also extends to our relationships, as we learn to love others unconditionally, even when they don't change as quickly as we would like. We learn to give grace, to be slow to anger, and to see others through the lens of eternity rather than the lens of the moment. An eternal perspective also brings peace. When we focus only on the present, we often feel anxious and uncertain. We worry about the future, about what we will achieve, about whether we will have enough. But when we remember that our lives are part of a bigger plan, we find peace. We no longer feel the need to control everything because we trust that God is in control. We stop striving for approval from others because we know that our true identity is found in something greater. This peace allows us to enjoy life without fear, knowing that no matter what happens, our future is secure. Living with eternity in mind also gives us a sense of mission. We realize that we are not here by accident and that our lives have purpose. Every interaction, every opportunity, every challenge is a chance to make a difference. We begin to see our jobs, our families, and our communities as places where we can bring light and hope. We no longer live just for ourselves but for something greater. This mission gives us direction, helping us make choices that align with our greater purpose. It reminds us that our actions, no matter how small, can have an eternal impact. An eternal perspective also helps us overcome fear. Many people live in fear of the unknown, of failure, of death, and of the future. But when we focus on eternity, fear loses its power. We understand that life does not end when our time on earth is over. We know that even in the face of loss, suffering, and uncertainty, we are not without hope. This confidence allows us to take risks, to step out in faith, and to live boldly. We stop playing it safe and start living with courage because we know that this life is not all there is. This perspective also encourages us to share our faith. When we understand eternity, we realize how important it is to help others see the truth. We no longer hesitate to encourage, uplift, and share what we believe. We see every conversation as an opportunity to show love, to offer hope, and to lead others towards something greater. We are no longer afraid of rejection or criticism because we know that the truth is more important than temporary opinions. We live in a way that reflects our faith, not just in words but in actions, showing others that there is more to life than what they see. An eternal perspective ultimately frees us from the pressures of the world. We no longer feel the need to compete, to compare, or to chase after things that will not last. Instead, we find joy in living with purpose, in loving deeply, and in making the most of every day. We embrace the journey, knowing that it is leading us towards something greater. We find meaning in every experience, peace in every challenge, and hope in every moment.